Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at something I'm really wondering how often you see this happen in your repair shops. I've got 5 Briggs Stratton V-Twin engines back here, all with exactly the same issue. I see this issue here and there, but I don't see it with this kind of consistency really ever in my repair shop. I see it maybe 6 or 8 times a year. 5 of these engines back there have the same or a very similar issue anyway. I will do a small shop tour after we're done with the video, just to kind of show you pre-season what everything looks like and kind of what we're up to. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button as we go along if you enjoy the content. Been kind of a crazy start to the season. Been rather steady for a February, but haven't really got that big push we normally get this time of year. Got my bench all set up in a different area. Got the new mechanic all set up. But yesterday we were about running out of things to do, so we pulled this Craftsman in. We knew it ran. It was popping and cracking though. So we took a look at the engine, and what did we find? Well, we found on this engine here, just a 22 Intek, like most of them are. We found, you can see that that valve there, the exhaust valve, is open. It is not closed all the way like the other one is. That's what we found. It was sticking. Well, I just bought 5 Briggs & Stratton engines. Used engines. Supposedly they all ran, but finding out real quick that's not the case. If I throw a light in the exhaust, you can just see how bad that actually is. How much light you can actually see through it there. Definitely sticking bad. Now we could redo this, no problem. You can always fix that, but I start pulling these engines apart, and I got them for a decent price anyway, so I didn't check them out real good, but we start pulling these engines apart, pulling that same size head off of some of them, and what do we find? We find valve guides or valve sticking on every single one of these that we go to pull apart. Every single one has valves, an issue with something on the valves. This one's actually the intake valve instead, but regardless, how often are you guys seeing this happen on your engines and in your line of work? I don't see it happen a ton, but 5 of them just, it was from the same source, so I don't know, but I mean, that's just insane. Most of them are the exhaust valve, but that one I just showed is the intake valve. I just really couldn't believe that out of all of those engines we had, that many of them were problems. I'm not sure where that 5th one went. I think it might still be in the other room, but been super cold in here. Had to put that plastic up. Just kind of what we have for the year. Again, hasn't been real busy. We've got it kind of cleaned out as much as we can. We're trying to get rid of anything that's ours that we can junk, have people come pick their stuff up, get everything kind of organized. And it may not look like it here, but overall, we've got $50,000 worth of parts sitting here. It all seems to just add up real quick when you're talking parts and materials. I mean, we got a bunch of these Briggs filters. I may end up doing a video on how they've cheapened up their filters. I showed this a little bit in one of the past videos, but I'm seeing this more and more. That's the new 491588S, and this is the old one. Yes, these are OEM filters. If you look here, this has quite a bit of give to it and is a little thicker, and this does not. It's thinner and it doesn't have as much give. It's harder plastic. I bought 336 on a preseason special this year, and I got those black ones instead of the normal blue ones. But I'm seeing that across the board. There's some other filters that are starting to come in with a little bit different design than what's normal. We're all pretty well set up though. I've got The barrel of oil we still had, another new one, and then I've got two more over here of 1030. Our 530 still got, I don't know, 30 or so gallons left in it. That should get us by for a little while. Miscellaneous fluids the father-in-law brought in here yesterday. He figured maybe we could use some of that. New guy's kind of been set up here, learning all the tricks of the trade so far. I think he's going to turn out real good. Guess we'll find out very soon anyway. I still got all those fuel samples from my video about a year ago. I will next year do a follow-up video, see if that starts still. Got our office area, all the different things up here. Some of our, we will put this for sale sign out front. Definitely isn't the most professional thing in the world, but hey, it was free, something we had laying around. We don't have a lot of space here though for any kind of sales. You know, Steel came in and they were gonna do some displays and stuff like that. By the time I looked at the pricing and what you're actually gonna make on something like that, doesn't seem like a good investment for us. But we are all stocked up. We've got supplies and materials and parts and just everything you could possibly need so far to get ready for this season. So we think it's going to be a good one. We're hoping so anyway. Hopefully you enjoyed the quick shop tour and your season's getting ready to start too. It shouldn't be long, a week or two, until we're about as busy as it's possibly going to get. And it'll stay that way for right around 2 or 3 months, in most cases anyway. How often do you see that happen on those Briggs though? I'd really like to know. If you want to comment down below, let me know how often you're seeing it on those Briggs V-Twins. I mean, I know they've been around for a very long time, but it just really perplexed me to see 5 out of the 5 I bought have a stuck valve. And it's on that same side, it seems. That was the one we pulled off of each one of them, and there it was, stuck valve. Imagine that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed the content.